Good morning and welcome to a new reading vlog. I thought I could do this introduction while my hair slowly dries and I can tell you what books I'm going to be reading in the next couple of days. This is going to be much shorter than the last reading vlog. That was a long time, many days. This is going to be shorter. I'm giving myself 3 to 4 days tops to read these 2 books. There's 2 reading books. And then there's one that it's sort of self-inflicted homework. Let's start with that one, because it's the one on top of the pile. I have been going through a little bit of a creative route, art block, whatever you want to call it. And I remember that I read The Deep a few years ago and sort of helped with the whole mentality of sometimes you will feel low, but slowly you have to just keep working and keep doing things. And you will get there, you will get where you want to go and where you want to be. So I'm hoping that this is going to give me a little bit of a boost in confidence when it comes to art, creativity, painting, video making, everything. So hopefully this will do its job. The next 2 are the reading vlog books. One short, one big. One is a fairy tale of sorts and the other one is beloved here on BookTube. Let's start with The Wind and the Willows. This is actually something that I have been meaning to read for quite a while because this is in the public domain, which means I can make illustrations out of this and possibly make it as a big project of illustrating this book at some point. But first I wanted to read it to see if I liked it or not. I love the cartoon. It's a movie cartoon sort of, and it is one of my favorites. I love it. So this is something that I have been meaning to read for a while. I found it in a bookshop recently, so you will see this book again in a book haul that I will maybe has already been posted. I think it has. So yeah, this is going to be very light, breezy read compared to the big book, Babel. I think it's Babel. I've heard it said both ways by Kuang. I'm so excited for this. The cover, I have mentioned this before, it is beautiful, it's fantastic. It's this pen ink drawing of sorts. It might be digital, but it looks as if it's made with pen and I love it. I absolutely love the cover. It's in my 2025 books to read, so excited. It is big though. It's a big boy. Big girl? It's a big book. I'm going to start reading this while I have breakfast and I will check back in when I have a little bit more to say on these books. I'm gonna start with this because this I can just fit in between. However, this is going to take the majority of my reading time. So, I have been reading. I'm gonna be painting at the same time that I give you a little bit of a reading update because I'm a little bit of an art slump, art block, whatever you want to call it, but I just haven't been able to paint recently at all and I thought I can do a landscape. I'll put the reference picture right here. I'll just do a no pressure landscape, something that I don't have to think, just copy. And at the same time, I can tell you a little bit about how the book is going, because it's going. It is. I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. So definitely it is dark academia and things are happening and I don't know what's happening and I am really enjoying it. Hold on, I need white. Okay, so things are happening. I'm not sure what's happening, but I like it. I like the uncertainty. It's not an annoying not knowing. Annoying not knowing. It is one of those, I'm very curious to see where this goes and what's gonna happen. So, I'm very excited to keep on reading and yeah, to see where the story goes. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the book. Just in case you're curious about this. We are following in this story a boy. He's Chinese and he lost his family due to an illness. They died. And so he was left alone, and this benefactor from England sort of takes him and brings him to London with him and then teaches him, because he is a professor at Oxford University, which is going to be, I think it's mainly where the book is going to be taking place in, considering the fact that the two main maps in the book are both in Oxford. So there might be a little bit of London involved, which I'm going to be really happy because I haven't been in London in a very long time and I kind of miss it. So it's sort of a fish out of water sort of situation at the beginning, and then he brings them to Oxford. And he just made a friend. As far as, I'm not going into spoilers, don't worry. This is just the first 100 pages, which is what I'm right now on, and that's it. I will keep it spoiler free, don't worry. But yeah, he arrived in Oxford. Things are happening. I'm not sure what, but I am loving it. The way that it is written, it's really captivating. So I am enjoying that a lot. I should clean this palette. No. It's gouache, so I don't really have to clean this palette. I can just reuse the colors from other times. Overall, it's going in a direction that I think I'm really going to enjoy. So yeah, I'm gonna keep painting, finish this, and then I will check back in when I've done a little bit more reading. I think instead of another 100 pages, I'm gonna try and do 200 pages, and then I'll do a little check-in. See you later. Are you ready to see this? It took me about an hour, so that was a really good break from reading and chores and things. So, ta-da! I think it looks great. It had an ugly stage in the middle, but I have to keep reminding myself that every painting has an ugly stage, and then you just have to keep painting. And it doesn't matter if it looks ugly at the end, because you can just turn the page and start again. But I'm not gonna start again. I'm gonna continue reading because I really need to know what happens next. I should have worn a thicker jacket because I'm freezing. Hi. So I thought I could do a little bit of a reading update. There's the three books that I am reading. I'm gonna start with the one that I'm just gonna stop. DNF. I don't think it's a surprise. This is not gonna work for me. I don't think. The thing is, I've been thinking about this a lot because it did work for me once, but since then I was diagnosed with ADHD, and I think that really does open your mind a little bit of how you are, how you work, how everything around you kind of has to be adapted in a way, or you have to adapt the way that you do things, because if for me personally, I was diagnosed last year, so in my 30s. So the way that I have worked until that point was, for a long time, it was just disappointment that I couldn't work like everyone else, and so adapting things has become part of my routine. And I also tried many different things, and they work for a very short amount of time because they give me a boost. It's something different, and it's a different way of doing something. And that is what happened with this the first time I read it. I think it just gave me that boost of, this is a new way of thinking of something, and it worked. And now that I'm rereading it, this is not thought out for someone with ADHD. This is definitely not something that is going to help, and I was getting really annoyed at it. So when to quit and when to stick, I'm quitting this book. No thank you. That will be going into the donation box. It's a bag in a box. It's a lot. There's quite a few. I've actually been unhauling books recently, a lot. The other book that I am in the middle of, but this one I am loving, it's The Wind and the Willows. It's a fairy tale, sort of fairy tale. I'm enjoying it a lot. This edition doesn't have illustrations, and I am dying to paint something from it because it feels perfect, and I think the illustrations that I can do for this book could be really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm halfway through it, but yeah, I can already tell you that I'm recommending it, and I'm using my own bookmark because I'm a little bit of a freak, but I think it fits the colors. Changed places because laundry was done and now everything is on the chair, as it should be. So, can you see the laundry? No. Yes. But I wanted to do a little bit of a reading update on Babel. I did look up how to say it. I watched a little bit of an interview with the author and she said Babel, or the interviewer said Babel. Anyway, I'm almost halfway through it and I'm not sure if even there is a plot or something. This was described as dark academia, and now I'm just thinking this is academia. And the characters, I can see them in a university setting, in a very privileged, very prestigious university setting, very pretentious and the type of people that you encounter at uni. That seems realistic. However, it's like it doesn't feel like anything is happening in here. So it doesn't feel like dark academia, it just feels like academia. So, and I'm halfway through it, and it's all just vibes right now. There's some things that feel off about this book. It is well written. It is, I'm assuming, really well researched, hopefully. I think I'm a little bit disappointed. I don't know. I will let you know. I will keep reading it. I'm not going to DNF it just because I need to make up my mind about it. So I will check back in. I'm going to continue. Actually, I'm going to work for a little bit because I'm a little bit behind in things that I need to turn in. So I will talk to you later. Hello. So, the rain seems to have given us a little bit of a break. So I went to play tennis. It's going to stay sunny for a couple of days, but I wanted to show you something that I have bought. I've also bought groceries. Those are not the important things. I bought cheese and bread, you know, the essential, everyday essentials. Okay, the thing that I bought, this may have been a really bad idea because if I like it, this is going to be my life for the next, I don't know how many weeks. But I bought Link's Awakening, a Zelda game. I've played Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and I adored them. Really, really love them. This is totally different. However, I've been dying to play it. Even if it's different, I just kind of want to see how it is. So I got it. I really want to play it. I won't. I definitely want to. I won't. Until I finish Babel. I think it's going to be my reward. Maybe I can play a little bit and tell you about it. Although a little bit may just lead to a lot. I don't know. Let me know if this is really addicting. Let me know if you have played this. Oh, it's so cute. Are you kidding me? I also played tennis, which was really, really good. My watch is really happy with me today because I've done a workout. Yay. I need to get back into that. Anyway, I'm gonna put the groceries away, prep dinner, and then, well, not prep dinner, prep a little snack. It's not dinner time yet. And then I will tell you about a reading update because there's something I want to tell you. Yes, that's it. A couple of things before I begin this end of the reading vlog, tell you what I thought of the books. If I cut my hair kind of like this, would I look too much like Lord Farquaad? Oh my god, this is not helping. The fringe is not helping. That needs to kind of be cut as... Anyway, this is the end of the reading vlog. I'm going to tell you a little bit what I thought of the books. I should have gotten the other two books, but I'll just put the picture right here because I have no idea what they are. The Deep, it's already donated. I did not like it. Not for me. If you have ADHD, I think you might understand those self-help books of you can do better, here's how I did it. Those things don't work. Those things are not gonna work for us, and that is okay. That is something that I have had to realize recently. I'm okay with it. They don't work for me. I just have to find my own way of doing things. Yay. The Wind in the Willows, absolutely adorable. Loved it. It is great. If you just want something quick, a palette cleanser, go for it. Highly, highly recommended. And I will post a illustration process drawing when I finish it because I've done a couple of little doodles, a couple of things, so possibly in a few videos, not quite so soon because I have other things that I need to do and I will do those slowly. And now for the big book. I think that is what most people are here for. Babel, which I keep saying Babel. It's Babel. I hope. I am kind of conflicted about this book. So I started off really, really enjoying this book. I was into it. I liked the plot. I liked the character. I liked the way that it was going in, the uncertainty. Then I hit a little bit of a wall, and I think it's because at one point in this book, I'm gonna keep this spoiler free, don't worry. At one point in this book, it is very much academic, translation heavy. So when I mean translation heavy is that the main character, Robin, is studying translation in Babel in Oxford University. That is kind of like the big thing of this book. It's been told early on. I'm not going to go into more of the plot because I don't want to spoil anything for you, but like I said it previously in the video, he's taken from China by a benefactor, a tutor, and he's brought into England after his family died to study translation and to just, I don't know, be there. I mean, I do know, but I'm not going to tell you. The thing is, this book, it has a middle part, which is it's a big part of the book that it goes really deep into the translation, into the classroom, into the very academic stuff. And it does serve a little bit as a little bit of a base for some of the things that are going to be said later on in the book, but I don't think it's that much. So I didn't really quite enjoy that, and I hit a wall when I came to that point in the book, and I started losing a little bit of interest. A little bit of interest that I wasn't really sure if I liked the book or not, honestly, but I did keep on reading. It got better. It got a little bit better. There's still some things that I'm not quite sure about this book. I think I need to sit on it for a little bit more. So I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. Right now, I think I would give this a 3.75. Almost 4 stars, but not quite there. Because there's quite a few things that I like this story overall, but I have some big problems with the book. Like, characters to me seemed a little bit flat. The magic system, there's a little bit of a magic system, a tiny bit, but there's so many questions and there's so many unanswered things, and just, I don't know. I liked it, it's okay, but it's kind of left me wanting something more fantasy heavy and more, I don't know how to explain it, but a bit more just that. I do, however, feel like this book has left me in a little bit of, not a reading slump, but in a, I'm not sure what I'm going to be reading next, and I need to figure it out and pick up something straight away. Otherwise, if I keep just going in circles around this, I might get stuck. So I need to pick something up fast. I feel like I need something short, sweet, and fantasy. Leave me your recommendations. Please. I'd love that. You know what? I'm just seeing N.K. Jemisin. I have this book, The City We Became, that I've been meaning to read for a while. That might be... And that can be a quick read. That looks like a quick read, and I can do... Oh, I can do a 24-hour reading vlog. I'm gonna finish this and then I'll figure out the next move. Why am I always doing this? Anyway, this was okay. Yeah, so that is gonna be it for this reading vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, honestly, well done. I don't know who would, but thank you. And just leave me a little, what kind of emoji do I want you to leave me? A star. I think I always say star, but I like them. So just leave me a little star emoji and I'll know that you made it this far, and I can say, wow, how you did it, I don't know, because I am dreading editing this much footage that I have for this. Yeah. So this is gonna be it. Again, thank you so much for watching this, and I will see you in the next one, which quite probably will be The City We Became. I think I really want to read that now. I think I want to start it right now. Yes. See you in the next one.